boys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I don't know why I've been like hyped to make this video. As soon as I saw this DLC was released, as soon as I saw it was announced, I really wanted to make a video on this. So I was actually debating on uploading this on the weekend, but I was like, screw it, we will do it on Tuesday. Welcome to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, the LA Coliseum, man. This is like a replica. I don't even know what year or anything like that. I don't know if it is a specific year. It must be a specific year, right? I guess this is where the first Supercross race took place, and I'm pretty sure it's a replica of the very first round, going back to like the 1980s. So we're here. There are no more rounds at this track like in current day Supercross, and it's kind of a bummer, and I'm gonna talk about different points throughout the video and talk about like the differences between this Supercross and Supercross today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that thumbs up button for me. Go down in the comments, leave your thoughts on the track. Do you guys like this style of track? Watch the video for a bit and let me know if you like this style of track or not, because it definitely is a little bit different, and in my opinion it's a cool track. Click that subscribe button, go down there, click that subscribe button, turn on post notifications if you haven't already, and let's get into the video. So guys, we are here in the time trial mode, and I'm just gonna have some fun with it. I don't really care. I'm not like trying to hit a hot lap. I just want to showcase the track without like the AIs gooning it up everywhere and kind of getting in the way, even though I am the true goon. Alright, so this is the track, and right away you guys are gonna realize there are no like real rhythm sections. The triples and stuff like that, I guess they're kind of very similar to Supercross triples these days, but name a track that does this. Alright, name a track that goes outside of the stadium, loops around, and comes back in. I guess Las Vegas does. Yeah, Las Vegas definitely does. Las Vegas does that, but it doesn't go up a big hill and then back down a hill and stuff. Las Vegas is Las Vegas. This is the LA Coliseum, man. Look at this sand section. Would you ever see something like this? This S-bendy sand section in a current day Supercross? Probably not. This section here is the extent of the rhythm sections. I know I kind of like absolutely ruined it there, but that's like the extent of the rhythm sections on this track. It's literally like just that one little section. A few whoops here, little split bump there where one end is higher than the other, and then a small little finish line. So the track, it's basic, it's simple, but at the same time it's unique in my opinion. It is unique and it's different. The layout is completely different than like anything you would see in current day Supercross, like with all these S-bends and everything. Like I said last lap there, the Supercross triples are fairly similar to what they are in like current day Supercross, and that's probably like the most comparable thing about this track is just the Supercross triples. This track has S-bends where you would not see S-bends in current day. It has like, look at this little bump. You would never see a little bump like that in current day Supercross. The track is just so different. It's so unique, and it's like its own track, right? Now you guys are probably saying, Goon, what do you mean, man? Every track is its own track. The tracks these days, you go to different stadiums, each track is its own track. Now, each track these days at least is so standardized. The triples are, you know, 75 feet long. The doubles into the rhythm sections are like the exact same every single round. At every single round they are the exact same. Same with the triples into the sections. Same with tripling to a tabletop or something. Like, it's all so standardized, and that's why we've gotten to the point where like these riders are all hitting the same lines. No one's breaking out of like a shell and bringing like a big quad or some crazy line to the table, because everything is so standardized to the point where there really is only one line. There's like the slow line where, you know, if you mess up, yeah, you're gonna hit that, and then there's like the fast line where you're gonna be tripling into sections, jumping onto the tabletops and everything. And in my mind, that creates one-lined racing, and you guys can let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, current day Supercross, I think Supercross triples are what, 75 feet? I don't know what they are, but they're a standard length. So any rider can hop out there and they know I need to go this fast and I'm going to make this Supercross triple. They can hit the Supercross triples on the first lap because they have that confidence in knowing, hey, you know what? I can get out there and, you know, hit that triple third gear up and I'm going to make it. You know what I mean? There's no doubt in their mind with the way Supercross has went. Now, back in the day, I'm not even talking like back in the 1980s when this track came out or when they raced here in the LA Coliseum. I'm talking like even the early 2000s and stuff like that. The tracks were unique. Obstacles were unique. You didn't show up to a track and have, you know, like your standard set of whoops, your standard Supercross triple, your standard rhythm section. Like the rhythm sections these days, say you have a rhythm section and you have a triple in and then like a triple to a tabletop, that's going to be the same as, you know, say you go to the next round and they have a section that's, you know, very similar. It's going to be the exact same spacing of jumps and everything. And like I said earlier, it creates like one-lined racing. No one's breaking out of the shell and hitting these crazy lines. And I think, you know, a few years back when you would see like James Stewart bust out a big quad and stuff like that no one else was doing, that was kind of like the end or like the transition stage from tracks like this to these standardized tracks that we see today. And I find this track a ton of fun. Like you would never see a section like this in a current day Supercross, just because like I don't know why, I don't know what the reasoning is, I don't know why they've made the tracks so standardized, but you would just never see anything like this in current day Supercross. And I don't know, man, it just blows my mind. It makes me wonder, like, if they were still racing on tracks like this, would it still be the same? Would the sport still be the same? Or would we see people, you know, hanging off the back of the bike, just sending it to try and hit like this line a little bit quicker than someone else? Or I don't know, I just find the tracks these days are so like standardized that no one's breaking out of their shell and hitting these big lines. And back in the day, it was like you would have people creating these lines that no one else would think of, and people would be going for these lines that they knew would help them out in the long run. It would give them like a better lap time and everything. So I hope that makes sense. Like Supercross back in the day, like when this track was released and when they came here and had the first Supercross round, for years after that, the tracks were gnarly. The tracks were all different. You wouldn't have like, you know, one whoop section, two Supercross jumps, a finish line, and two rhythm sections or whatever. And even at that, the rhythm sections are, you know, pretty much the exact same, just a different like jump layout, if that makes sense. Back in the day, it was like each track was a unique layout, a unique design, and that made for some, as I goon it up here, it made for some really good racing in my opinion. And we don't see that anymore. We see like one line races, man. It's such a disappointment. So I don't know if that's just me that thinks that or not, but you guys can let me know what you think about this track down in the comments. And you might not think it's a good track for like this game, but think about like two strokes. It would have been two strokes back then. So think about like two strokes, the top two-stroke riders battling it out on this track. People trying to find new ways to go faster than someone else and finding their own lines, you know, rather than just hitting the exact same line someone else is hitting. The tracks were just different. It's as simple as that. Now this track, I find it's a ton of fun. It's fast, it's unique, it's cool that it comes way outside here. You can you can struggle to scrub down that hill like I just did. I thought we were going down for sure to save a little bit of time there. But it's fun, it's different, and people are like, I don't think it doesn't really work in the game. And in my opinion, it kind of does, just due to the fact that like it's different and it's not just another Supercross track, if that makes sense. Like you go race on Indianapolis, Minneapolis, wherever you go, the tracks are fairly similar. You know, you got like doubles and triples and the rhythm section and the whoops are all the same. You know what I mean? Like everything is so standardized, and I know I've said that like 17 times now, but I don't know like any other way to put it, if that makes sense. The tracks are just unique. It's unique, it's fun, it's different, and you would never see anything like this in current day. Like, I guarantee you, even if they went to the LA Coliseum, it would kind of be just like Las Vegas, you know, like this would be the unique part about it. The fact that you send it, you know, up the stands and outdoors, that would be the unique part about it. And then you'd probably come down here, hit a Supercross triple, you know, jumping over under, hit this corner, maybe go to a whoop section or something, then hit another corner, hit a rhythm section. It wouldn't be like this track. It wouldn't be unique like this one, if that makes sense. I just feel like Supercross these days, it could be like so much more than what it is. It's just the fact that I don't even know why. Like, I have no reason as to why they would go ahead and make it, you know, so triples are all 75 feet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they would do that. Maybe the safety of the riders and stuff like that, so that the riders, you know, they know what to train for. But let's take it one step further. So, like, these riders know, you know, a triple is, you know, 75 feet. So at their practice tracks, how long is a triple going to be? They're not going to make it, you know, 100 feet. They're going to go ahead and they're going to make it what they're riding every weekend, if that makes sense. So they're going to go ahead and be like, hey, build this track for me with this rhythm section, this whoop section, and that Supercross triple, make it the exact same as all the ones I'm going to be hitting all year long. Does that make sense? Like, even the finish line jumps, I know sometimes they change up the finish line jumps and they're like a little bit longer and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like everything is so standardized. But this track is a ton of fun. If you guys haven't checked it out, I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you guys don't have the track, I don't know what to say. It's up to you guys if you want to buy it or not. It is a fun track. A lot of people, well, I guess I did a live stream and we hopped in and played it, and a lot of people were saying like, hey, I don't really like this track. This track sucks. And I think it's just because it's not like your standard Supercross track, if that makes sense. Like, everyone's looking at this track and being like, it's nothing like a Supercross track. So I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion on it. That is the Goon rant done. I kind of ranted this whole video, but the track is fun. It's about like a minute 8-second lap time. It's a unique track. You definitely have to try and find like your own flow around it. Like when we were doing it in the live stream, this sand section was absolutely killing me, and a couple of the other guys were like absolutely shredding through the sand section. Through here, I think there's definitely a different line I can hit, especially on the 450. I just don't know what to hit. But I find this track so fun, just because like all the other tracks in the game are so similar, and then you come here and you play this and it's just so different from those tracks. And imagine if each round was a completely different track. You know what I mean? Like different triple jump sizes, different rhythm sections, unique features on each track that like made it so that the riders had to actually learn the track and find a way to go fast, rather than them getting out there and being like, okay, I bet you on track walk these days, the riders go out there and they're like, oh, I gotta hit this in third gear, gotta hit this in second, if I get on the gas here, I'll be able to triple this. Back in the day, they would walk the track and probably be like, what lines are we even gonna hit through here? What am I gonna do to be creative and make a fast line through here? Because there weren't any rhythm sections to help you gain time. You know, like if you're tripling something and someone misses a triple, like that's pretty much like the only way they gain time on each other these days is mistakes, rider error, and stuff like that. So take Tomac at Daytona, for example. He got out to the lead early, he made no mistakes, he checked out. Webb and Marv were behind him. They were pretty close to him, but they kept making mistakes and they stood no chance at catching up because they were all hitting the exact same line, right? I don't know, I think maybe that's just me and maybe just my opinion on it, but I mean, look at the track. Look at the track, man. Do we have anything like this in the 2019 Supercross season? No, we do not. It's just such a unique, like, different layout that you would never see in a current day Supercross. Never, ever. The track itself is cool. It's a cool track. I find it fun. Look at the layout. Look at the looks of it. Like, it looks unreal being in this stadium. They did a killer job at making the stadium, making everything look good, making the lighting, like we're here in qualifying or time trial, it's daytime out. Everything looks good. But that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to do some laps on the track, talk about what I had to talk about. I know I didn't really talk about the track too much. I kind of got off on my own little rant there, so I apologize about that. The track, it's fun, it's unique, it's different than anything else in the game, than any other track in the game. It looks good. They did a killer job with the stadium, and I think that just comes together to make like a really fun, enjoyable track in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts on this track down below in the comments, guys. If you did enjoy this video, smash the thumbs up button for me. It would be much appreciated. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say. If you guys want to see more in-depth videos on this track, let me know in the comments below. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.